Welcome back to FS25, everyone. Today we're on a different farm. While some harvesting gets done on our main cattle farm at Oak Bridge, we're here today on a small farm in Poland for some enjoyable end-of-summer field work. Today, here on the farm. You can find a link to this playlist in the description below, or check the channel page for other farming series you might like. Hey everyone, welcome to the farm. Today we are on a different farm. Now, of course, our series, our long-term cattle farm on Oak Bridge Farm, that's still going. But there's another farm I've been doing, and I'm just having so much fun on it. I figured we could farm here today. I want to work some more on this. Right now, on our cattle farm, we are still in harvest season. I'm doing some harvest contracts, lots of big field harvesting, and while it's really fun, I've been playing this map. Now I did a this map it's a Polish map, Sobolewo. I did a map tour of it not too long ago, and I said I was going to play here. It's a really impressive map, and I was really impressed by it. And I said, oh, I want to play here. So I've been farming here a little bit, and by a little bit I mean I think I have a total of 8 hours here. So not a whole lot yet, but I wanted to farm here with you guys. This place is really cool. I figured today we could do some of this. I mean, man, this place is just. This place is just gorgeous. It really is. So today we're going to do some stuff here. I'll probably talk about this or that, but we're going to be farming here, and to start off with, well, it's still the first day. I've got 8 hours on this map, but it's still the first day. I turned the time scale down to 1. I enjoyed farming here. I wanted to get a start and do as much as I could in the first month of August. Okay, there's no traffic on this road that I've seen. We got 2 bale wrapping contracts. I'm trying to get as much done as I can in the first month. So if you guys haven't seen the map, Sabolivo, that's where we're at. It's a beautiful Polish map. Okay, so we're going back to our house and then south. Okay, so I know where we're going for this first field. The next field is kind of on the opposite corner of the map, so that'll give us a fun tour of the place. So yeah, the cattle farm is doing fine and all, but it's such a long series, and sometimes... Well, I don't know. Right now, it's in the middle of harvesting very big fields. And I wanted to do something different today. So, yeah, so we are here. And we got 2 baling contracts and then, wrapping contracts. We got our own fields to work on, of course. I'm trying to see, what is the planting season? When was I going to plant? I played this a couple days ago. I figure we're probably going to plant wheat. Yeah, I can't plant our fields. If we're going to plant wheat, I can't do it till next month. So I did what work there was to do in our fields. I believe I put lime on them as well. You know what? Yeah, let me check that. It's been a couple days since I was here. If we look at soil comp, now our fields are kind of scattered down here. Actually, well, this field here that you start with, I haven't touched it yet because I'm a bit unsure about that field. I can show you on the way down there. Yeah, I'm a bit unsure about that field or even what it is. My guess is it's a grass field. I mean, it looks like a grass field. Then this map must have some kind of custom grass texture because it looks odd. I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, these 2 fields down here, I have put lime on them. And then we have a smaller field. Yeah, right here. So our fields are fresh and ready to go here. Oh, wow, this map is pretty. The countryside in this map. So far, this map has hands down the best countryside that I've seen. I remarked on it when I did the map tour of this place, that driving through the back country here, it looks like, any country road, like basically any place I've been. Now, of course, I don't live in Poland, but I don't think that really matters. It's the trees and the fences and the bushes, like just everything here, just not necessarily. Well, here, this is beautiful, yeah, but I mean the back roads. When you get out of the town, there's 2 towns in this map, and pretty much the way the map is set up, once you get outside of either of the towns, there's really no sell points or production points or anything. Once you get out, for the most part, once you leave one of the towns, it's just countryside. There's not stuff speckled throughout the map. Let me just show you what I mean. So you got the town here, you got this town here, and this town here. And once you get out of the towns, there's no anything out here, but there's plenty of roads and everything, but I think it's cool. So here's our farm. We're going to be going south of here. So I started off, oh yeah, I bought this tractor. This is not one of the starting tractors. This is from a mod. I thought this tractor had kind of the appropriate look that I really saw matching this place, this Volvo tractor. But everything, I started here and I sold this tractor. I forget what it was. I sold a tractor. I think it was a John Deere. Yeah, it was a John Deere tractor. I sold it. I bought this. I've jostled around some other equipment. I haven't done any adjustments to the money or anything. I just, the money we have is from, I've done a couple contracts, sold and bought some equipment. Just been playing here, because it's fun. Yeah, strictly because it's fun. The fields here, of course, Polish style, long, narrow fields, which I like. There's very cramped spaces here, as you can see here. Maneuvering harvesters around in some of these fields. You got kind of tight boundaries in between the fields, you know. But that's how these small Polish villages are in these maps. But I like it. I mean, some of these fields are really, really big. These here are pretty small, but some of them are giant. So this field here, looking at the map, I assume it's a grass field. It has all the hallmarks of a grass field. You look at the soil composition, the crop type, and everything like that. Here, if I take away the needs line, it looks like a grass field. Except that I guess this map must have some kind of custom texture. I walked up to it and I'm like, what is this? I guess this is a... Is this what the mowed grass looks like on this map? Perhaps. So I figured I would give this field a month and see what happens. Yeah, because it's still the first day. It's still August. I turned the time scale down to 1. It's been a while, but I forget. Yeah, it is still the first day. I'm going to give this field, I guess it's just a mowed grass field with a texture I haven't seen or something. I'll give it in September, and we'll probably see the grass is growing there, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, obviously it's a grass field. Why'd I ever doubt that? All right, so we are going, yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. I don't recall ever seeing that texture. So we're going to go down here and wrap some bales, kind of check out things along the way. It's a really... I like this map once you get out in the countryside on the long roads and stuff. This is the, and I hear this is really the back country because, I mean, this isn't even really a road. This is just a path in between fields. All right, here's the bales we're wrapping. These contracts should be pretty quick, and might as well advance it to September. I think I've really got all the work done here that I wanted to get. Turn this map off. It's annoying me. I think I've got all the work done that I wanted to get done in the first month. Wow, this is more bales than I expected in this tiny little area here. Let's get these guys wrapped. So we got this contract here, and then we got another one. Yeah, so we're going to see some sites because, yeah, it's up here. These pay a couple $1,000s each, so it'll be, by the time we finish these contracts, we'll probably be... turn auto drop on this. We'll probably be close back to $100,000. The equipment that you start with here doesn't sell for very much money. The equipment that you start with, the vehicles have lots and lots of hours on them, which I think that's okay. Like, so we started with a tractor that I couldn't sell it for much at all. I think that's... I've seen maps do that before. Several maps do that. Obviously, a lot of maps do that. I think it's cool because it means you can't just start off, sell the equipment for hundreds of thousands of dollars and buy all different stuff, which is your choice if you want to do it, I guess. But I like that it's like, hey, this equipment is used, and if you want good equipment, you're going to have to save up and buy it because this doesn't sell for much. I don't know, something about that. I think it's cool. If I wanted money, I would just cheat in money, but there's no fun in cheating, so, you know, there's no point in cheating at this game. So it was like, okay, so these tractors don't sell for much, so I guess we'll just, yeah, so this tractor is cool. It was actually pretty comparable. How much horsepower does this have? I think it's pretty comparable to the John Deere we started off with. Yeah, 140 horsepower. This is pretty comparable to the John Deere I started us with. It actually cost more money, though, because the John Deere was degraded and only sold for like 30 grand or something. This actually set me back some money, but I liked the aesthetic of it on this map. So it looks like we just got these bales left up here. Now, of course, this equipment here is a rental. I mean, this is our tractor, but this is a rental bale wrapper that we're just using for these 2 contracts, and we'll give it back. I'll probably do a series here. I'd like to do a farming series here. I like farming at Oak Ridge Farm, of course. The series has gone on a while, and sometimes I want to farm other places. As I mentioned in a previous video, I even thought about if there was a way I could move the cattle farm. There's just kind of not. I like what I've been building there, you know, on that cattle farm, but at the same time, it's sometimes you want to farm elsewhere. So we'll probably have a series here. I haven't really decided, you know, like what we want to do here, but so for now, this is just a basic farm. The farm that we started on here, I think this map has 2 possible player farms. I'm just playing on the one that starts you with by default, and it has a pig pen at it. So I guess we'll get pigs. That would be fun. I mean, in the cattle farm, obviously we're running cattle. This could be the pig farm, which I've not done pigs in a while. In fact, I've not done pigs since FS22, or maybe even since FS19. I'm not sure. Whoops, there we go. I'm not sure when the last time I even did pigs was. Turning the map back on because I don't know my way around this map very well. And in fact, the place we're going, I've never been. All right, so I don't want to turn this contract in yet because I don't remember which machine, which field this machine belongs to. This bale wrapper, I rented it to do these 2 contracts, and I forget which contract, yeah, it belongs to. So we're going to finish both contracts before we turn them in. For now, we're going to take a scenic drive up to the far northeast of Sobolewo. Never been up there, except maybe when I did the map tour, but I don't really remember. So we'll see some of the lovely backcountry sites of Poland here. I think this farm here, this map, from what I've seen over the 8-ish hours I've put in here. Let's see exactly. Statistics. 8, yeah, a little over 8 hours. Of the 8 hours I've put here, I think the most fun way to experience this map is with small to medium equipment. There's certainly room to get bigger stuff around, which is something that it gets on my nerves a little bit. I don't want to say it gets on my nerves, but it's frustrating. It can be frustrating in Oak Ridge Farm. The very tight spaces there. It's a beautiful map. I love doing the cattle farm there. But it's got really big fields. It's got giant fields that you want to use big equipment for, but it can be very frustrating getting some of it around. Some of it, for instance, right now on the cattle farm map, we're doing a harvest contract, and the harvester that we rented for it physically cannot fit down the roads. The roads there are very narrow. And it's just been a little frustrating, and it's made me think, man, I really want to farm in America or something. Of course, there's a great American map that recently came available, you know, Alma, Missouri. And I have been thinking, man, I would love to farm on a big open American map. It would certainly be easier to get equipment around here. This map does not have restrictive spaces. I mean, like, this road is not wide, but you know what I mean. You could get stuff down here, but really, anyway, the point is, this map really, I think the best experience here would be small to medium equipment. The biggest fields here are maybe 7 hectares. I think like this field here is maybe the biggest field at almost 7 hectares. But it's long and narrow. So I think it would be most enjoyable with just small machinery, because here you can make small machinery work. Anyway, so all that to say, I've been craving a big open map, especially as we've been using big equipment in Oak Ridge Farm, but the map's just really not suited for it. It's too hard to get it around. You've seen some of the troubles we've had just trying to maneuver a trailer in some places, but it is what it is. Where exactly? So we want to go up this road. Okay, and then... All right. Yep. We can get there. I'll leave the map open here. We can get there. This place is really pretty once you get to, like I said, you know, the back roads outside of town. Or, I mean, the towns look nice too. All the detail and everything, this map does not have, there's not There's like not a single square inch where there's not something. There's something everywhere you go. Now here we've got traffic on this road here. All right, so we're taking this north out of town, and we're going to take a right on a dirt road. Yeah, so I mean, I guess the thing I'm saying is, yeah, I wanted to farm somewhere else a little bit, and I have here and there since we started the cattle farm series. We did that. I did 2 episodes, you know, 1 year on Sobolewo, you know, in first person, doing the first person farm experience. That was fun for a couple of episodes. Today we're farming here. Maybe we'll break it up a little bit more, you know. I feel like I don't want to farm in the same place for several months in a row. You know, like, yeah, farming at the cattle farm. We've been farming there, and it's a long series, and I feel like I don't want to farm there multiple times a week for months. Is this really the road we're turning on? Like I thought it was. Yeah, it is. What's an interesting little road. Look at this. This map. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter where you go. There's something interesting that's not anywhere else on the map. Like, what an interesting road. Yeah, this road only exists here on this map. This is not like... I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. What an interesting little road this is. Okay, so this road is very restrictive. You would not take a big machine down this. No, I think small machinery is the way to enjoy this map. Partly because the fields, you know, allow for it. You know, even the bigger fields here, because they're long and narrow, they allow for using small equipment. I say, you know, I always say that, you know, I think it's easier. You can use whatever size equipment wherever you want, but when I'm using something that's really small and narrow, I just think it works better on farms that are long and narrow. Because I think the thing with small equipment is that you have to turn around a lot, right? If your work width is only like 10 feet wide, you have to turn around a lot, and you have to make a lot of passes on a big field. But when the fields are long and narrow, you still have to make more passes, yeah, but just long, straight runs. And for some, I don't know, for me it fits better with the small equipment. I say it all the time, so yeah. Let's get these bales wrapped here. Yeah, I love all the back roads here. The road that led out here is a perfect example of that. What a cool little road that was through the forest. And there's no shortage of that here. So we're going to get this done. And yeah, then we'll advance into September. And this is as much as I've played here. I did the map tour here, which was probably like, you know, it's like a 20-minute video, right? And then besides that, I haven't played here until I made this farm. Oh, up here is the edge of the map. You know, I'm curious. Did I check that out in the map tour video? I probably did. What does the edge of the map look like? Oh, wow. Yeah, that good. Yeah, there, folks. That's how you do the edge of a map. I was like, let's go see the edge of the map. Oh, what? Oh, I see what they... Yeah, so what they did, this is what all the really clever map authors do, is they put the map out beyond the edge, and they put the edge back here. Yeah, anyway, it's small... Well, you could say it's a small thing, but then again, it's attention to detail. You know, attention to detail is always important. Right. So, yeah, this map's incredibly well done. Although there's actually, I found one shortcoming in the 8 hours I put here. I did find one shortcoming, which I found a little perplexing. Just a little bit, okay? I'll show you this. In a map with so much detail, I found this, yeah, perplexing. When we go to, here we go. Right here, I was like, whoa, not custom plates? I mean, it's a small nitpick. I couldn't even call it a nitpick. It's just like, oh, it was surprising. For a map with this level of detail, I went to put a Polish license plate on my tractor, and it says Riverbend Springs. If anything, it's probably just an oversight. Maybe this map's even been updated. Maybe I should make sure there's not an update for it. Nah, if there was, there's that new system in the game that tells you when you have updates. Yeah. On a map that's this good, you have to find some really ridiculous stuff to nitpick on. But it threw me off. I think I've kind of not put plates on my vehicles here that I've purchased because It never would have bothered me before, but for whatever reason, this map is so immersive. I was like, well, I don't want my license plate saying Riverbend Springs. Okay, now is this, whoops, is this the last bale? Or, yeah, I think it might be, and then we can head back. Head back to our farm. Yep, this will be the last bale right here. Now, normally I just leave the rental equipment out on the field, but I suppose, let's fold this up. The store is kind of on our way back to the farm, more or less. Might as well run it back there. We'll just pull it back down to the store. It's basically on the way. I'm going to enjoy going down this road again. This road was really cool. So we'll head back to the farm. Now, I figure September. We'll want to plant... Let's see, wait, how many fields do we have? Let me make sure I know how many fields we have. We've got that grass field. I'm assuming it's a grass field. I mean, like, what else would it be? It just looked weird. We got 1, 2, 3 fields plus the grass field, and there's none others. Sometimes, you know, no, yeah, that's it. That's our fields. I looked at buying this field. Wait, is this the one I looked at buying? One of these I thought I was going to buy. I mean, I considered it. See, this is 410,000. You could technically take out like a crippling loan and buy that field. And I considered that. Yeah, let's head back here. Yeah, I considered that. I did because wait, let's take a different road maybe. Wait, did one of these other roads lead back to the thing? Yeah, actually it does. Let's take this road. Just that road was really cool, but let's try this one. Yeah, I thought about selling like a couple of our fields, taking on a pretty big loan, and then buying one of the bigger ones. I thought that might be a fun challenge. Well, not challenge, but it would be, that might, you know, that really could be fun. I do like that idea. I'm kind of circling back around now, and I do like that idea. Okay, so this isn't so much a road. It looks like a road on the map. It's really just kind of a, yeah. It's kind of a road. Interesting. And this takes us up here. Boy, when you get out in the countryside in Sobolewo, you're really in the countryside. Well, we can have a look at selling one of our fields. I think it might be cool just to work on one big field. Definitely want to, and maybe custom tailor the farm equipment we have a little more. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun to kind of, you know, we've been farming at the cattle farm. It's kind of fun to sometimes to be like, hey, let's try something new and stimulate the brain. What's this here? This is cool. There's all kinds of stuff here. I don't know. There's so many small touches and details on this map that, just cut through this grass real quick. We're going to go back down to the store. Turn this, which it's just a block down from where we turn to go to our farm. I love that old church. It's very cool. Lots of cool. I mean, pretty much everything here. I've never been to Poland, but all the Polish maps, all the authentic Polish maps I've seen in the 3 farming simulator games that I've played, you know, my experience with these says that this is all very authentic. All right, we're going to leave this here. And let's turn in our contracts. Don't forget that. So collect. Yeah, there's a couple thousand each, but there was just wrapping bales. And look at that. Puts us right back at $100,000. We're closing off the month with what we started with. I want to make sure while we're here at the store, is there any equipment I wanted to buy? We can have a quick look at our starter equipment here. So we've got, I got a basic tipper. We've got the 2 tractors. This is a like power harrow / seeder combo thing that I said, okay, I'll just keep. I never use it. I'll keep it. There's our starting harvester. It's okay enough. There's the other tractor. There's a lime spreader that I bought. I like this lime spreader. And then this cultivator. Yeah, you know, I like my small Russian equipment. Polish map, like this is the perfect place to use it. It's small, it's affordable, it fits the aesthetic of the place. So, yeah, I brought in a Russian disc harrow and lime spreader. What other equipment might we want? We kind of have the basic stuff. Now, as far as selling our fields, what could we get for our fields? I haven't done anything with them yet except, put lime on them. We could sell this one for 81,000. So if we sold these, we could sell that right there for about, 110, 114,000. So these three right here, we could sell for close to 200 grand. Yeah, all these 4 fields here, we could sell for a little over $200,000. And then see, we could take out a loan or something and use that to buy, like for instance, this field here. Normally a 6-hectare field or 5.5, normally a 5.5-hectare field with equipment this small would give me nightmares. But see, it's just long, straight runs up and down the field. Very beautiful, very scenic. We could straight up just afford this. It's about 3 hectares. Of course, the price per hectare is the price per hectare. So what we would get for what we sold would be basically the same amount of land. The idea would be to take out a loan and get something bigger. However, when buying one of these fields, there is the matter of what crop is currently planted there. You always have to look at that. And these, what is that, spinach and peas or something? Spinach. There's so many colors now in FS25, it's hard to match them up. It looks like spinach and peas, something that we don't have the equipment to harvest. So if we bought these fields, we'd be SOL on harvesting them. So, yeah, maybe just for now, yeah. All right. So for now, let's just work on the fields we have. I would like to have one of those fields, but those fields are not what I'd want to buy right now at this time of year. They're planted with vegetables that we can't harvest. So we're going to head back to our farm. And September, come September, we're going to move into September and plant some wheat. Yeah, we're just going to work with our small equipment on our small fields for now, but I would like to buy one of the bigger fields. But yeah, I'll get this back to the farm here. Okay, this place right here is just gorgeous. Wow, we need like a seriously, turn the HUD off. We need like a photo op here. Look at this place. This place is insane. There's a lot of beauty on this map. Wow, how do you even capture this in a picture? I don't even know. Maybe my character shouldn't even be in it. Yeah, there we go. It looks really pretty, but I know if I made this on a thumbnail or something, it'd be too small. The light's kind of failing. Wow, that's gorgeous though. Yeah, that's like picturesque. I was just on the way back to the farm, and I was like, wow, this place is just insane. All right, back at our farm here, or just about, just having a look around at things. We are going to move into September. I want to check our silo. I know we've got some crops. I did a couple of harvesting contracts. We've got some crops in one of our fields. We might have harvested one of our fields. I honestly forget. It was only a couple of days ago, but it's been a busy couple of days. We've got some canola and some wheat in here. All right. Oops, wrong side of the house. Let's go down here and go into September. All right, here we are in September. Now, I believe I have this set for 3-day months. You go ahead and turn the timescale back up. We can go ahead and turn the timescale back up because, sometimes I slow down time on the first month because you only have that 1 day. Yeah, they're on 3-day months. That's fine. I like that because it gives us plenty of chance to get things done. The weather looks good today. Oh, except for the fact that, nope, it's supposed to rain. Just for a little bit. No big deal. And, all right, so we are going to plant some wheat. Yeah, I think that sounds like a decent start. We got us a bag of fertilizer, or sorry, seeds. I mean, we got us a bag of seeds right here. Think we have any fertilizer laying around? Might have to buy fertilizer. Yeah, all right. So here's our equipment. Got this little seeder that started us off with here. There's our disc harrow that I bought. Our fields are already ready, though. We don't need to run the disc harrow or anything. There's the lime spreader. I parked it back here. If we want to spread fertilizer, we'd either have to empty this out or get us a new fertilizer spreader. And I checked here. There's nothing interesting here. I mean, there's a fertilizer there, but I mean, that's overkill. For a map like this, this is overkill. I love working with big equipment. This thing is beautiful. But Polish maps, because the fields they accommodate smaller vehicles, I think it's the perfect opportunity to use smaller vehicles. That seeder, you know what? I think we should use the bigger tractor for it. Because that seeder is notoriously heavy when you pick it up. It might be too much for the little Volvo. So we're going to use this guy here. I like this tractor anyway. This is one of the tractors that started you off with here. I'm hoping it's not too heavy for this. I don't think so. We'll see. It definitely lifted up on the front a little bit. I mean, if we take a turn too fast, we might lose the front end, but that's fine. So we're going to get this loaded up with seeds. And we're going to run down and we'll see. So we got the grass field. Oh yeah, we'll want to ensure that, I'm sure it's grass. I don't know why I would think it's anything else. It just looks weird to me, something I hadn't seen. So we're going to check that out. And then we got 2 more fields down there. We also got 1 field north of here. Okay, now can we carefully maneuver this around this turn here? Little tight space here outside of the outside of our farm. Yeah, kind of tight there. That is hard to get stuff through. I took the harvester through there. It's tough to get the harvester through there. I turned the map off because I want to get to know where our fields are firsthand. First, let's check out this grass field. Yeah, I want to learn this place without having the mini map open. Man, it's gorgeous back here. I mean, I've said that a lot of times, but well, it is. Our fields should be obvious. They should be the ones with lime on them. Yeah, this right here, which means our grass field is, and it still looks exactly the same as it did. Yeah, it's a curious surface. So here's what I say. Okay, so it's, what is it then? There's no grass grew. All right, well, we're going to come out here with the disc harrow then, and we're going to turn it into whatever the heck we want. So there's that. I think it's probably our biggest field. I mean, it looks pretty big compared to our other ones. Yeah, so we're just going to, we'll just bring the disc harrow out here, and we'll do whatever we want with the field then. It's an odd looking field surface, you know. Here, we can turn around in this field. That's just some straw left out there. All right, so our other fields here and here. Should we just plant wheat on all of them, you think? I say, let's plant wheat on both of these. And this fall, we'll work on disc harrowing this, and we'll plant this next year. I mean, I like to kind of mix it up a little bit. So these 2 right here will plant wheat. I pretty much never run this seeder because it's so small, it's so narrow. I have such a narrow working width. I would always sell it, not run with it. But on a map like this, it's perfectly viable. All right, so we're gonna go wheat planted here and on that field right over there to our left. Yeah, it's these 2 fields here. And I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I like this map. I've been dying to farm here ever since I did that map tour of this place. I've been absolutely dying to farm here. Got some serious hills in this place, that's for sure. Serious hills. Yeah, these fields are so close together. I love it all, but it does make turning a little more difficult when you get to like the ends here. You know, it's like to farm these fields without putting a tire in your neighbor's fields is kind of pretty much impossible with bigger equipment for sure. It's the only, if I had one pet peeve about these Polish maps, it would be that. It's kind of about impossible to work your fields without getting your tires in some way or your machines in some way. involved with a neighboring field. However, it does they are very conducive to joining fields together. I mean, you know, while that one argument is annoying, the other thing about these is that it's incredibly easy to join these fields together if you want bigger, wider fields. Did I turn this? There we go. Yeah, I turned this on. I had the lines off because it looks better with the lines off, but they're there, so why not use the GPS? Even though it's a perfectly straight field. Anyway. Yeah, long, narrow fields. Yeah, I like it a lot. So, we'll need to fertilize. I say we buy us a cool little fertilizer spreader. I don't know what kind of mods I have. When I started here, I carefully picked out the mods that I was going to use. Now, we're not using, really, comparatively, we're not using that many in Oak Ridge Farm, in our cattle farm. The cattle farm, our main series, we're probably only using about 60% of the mods I actually have downloaded, because I've downloaded a lot more and I've just not enabled them on that save. When I started here, I actually turned a decent amount on. I chose them very carefully. When I started here, I chose the mods very carefully, and so there's a lot of stuff I'm not sure what all there is. What kind of fertilizer spreaders would we have? That said, I'm pretty discriminating when I do choose mods, because I don't want to get too many. Well, there's this guy here. Yeah, trying to find small ones that... Yeah, the game just didn't have much selection. As you know, the game doesn't come with much selection. We do have some orange equipment. It would fit the theme. I need to make sure we're not at the end of this row. Oh, we almost are. Just kind of looking there. What kind of... Those kind of fertilizers are perfect for a map like this. I mean, they have a wide radius. I mean, radius-wise, more than wide enough. But then any fertilizer spreader is. Those spreaders are fine. So we'll just get this headland here. These fields are nice and simple. There is that. I mean, you could say that Polish maps like this are boring because the fields are so simple. Which is obviously not a bad thing, but would that get old? Possibly. But I enjoy farming on these. I enjoy farming on these because you get to use the cool, like, boutique farming equipment, like, and just, it's fun. It's not as much a thing of, on the bigger maps, I feel like I have to have huge equipment just to get anything done, and it's not that way here. So if I look back at this, if you look at this guy holds up to 3,200 liters. This guy holds 3,200 liters. So just a more affordable version of that, basically. Looks cooler. Got the orange look. We have some orange equipment. One of our tractors is orange. It would fit in with our farm. Haven't thought much about what kind of equipment to use here yet, or anything really. Let's get some more headland here done. Yeah, so farming here. Possibly Alma, Missouri. Two things I've been missing. You know, the postcard-like quality of a quaint Polish map, and the beautiful open farming of an American map, which we've not done in a series on the channel in a long time. It's been a long time since I've spent, you know, the time that I want to spend farming on American maps, because I've always found there's just a shortage of good ones. And, you know, my standard for what a good map is, well, yeah, have a look around, you know, when something is just so whatever that I just can't stop remarking on it. You have so much selection. You can afford to be picky, you know? Yeah, so, basically. And, yeah, so I'm picky about the maps. I'm really picky about what I call good. There's a couple of good American maps that I just haven't seen made yet in FS25. I'm trying to think, what's the other really good one? There's been a few good American maps, and the first ones that come to my head are always Alma, Missouri, at Big Flats, Texas. Yeah. Stone Valley, I think, if that's what I'm thinking of. I believe Stone Valley was what I consider to be one of the really, really good ones in FS22. I would like to see that one remade. That was great because you got the long, straight roads, the big square fields. It's got ditches and stuff. Oh yeah, it also reminds me of, yeah, Edgewater, Saskatchewan. That was another one. Yeah, that is a good American map. I mean, Canadian, but, you know, it's American. North American, right? All right, so looking at this in the store here, we could put a number of extensions on this. We don't need it that big. These are smaller fields, so we can actually get by. Well, let's run it here. That should be good. So we have got fertilizer, spreader. Oh, just in time to finish the row here. So got that spreader waiting for us down at the store. It's 20 grand. That's okay. Fertilizer spreader. I mean, come on. You need one for your farm. And, yeah, I like that. You know, with these narrow fields, you don't even have to... We didn't even need the biggest extension on it. In fact, we probably could have gone with even less space than we got. Because that spreader, you know, a single pass down this field, you know, with that spreader, it would get this field because it has such a wide spread radius. That's one of the meaty things that is so beautiful about fields like this. Yeah, we could do a single run down this field and get the whole thing fertilized. I think fields like this are incredibly efficient. And so this field here, we just about got planted with our wheat. Might as well take a trip down to the store and pick up that spreader. We'll drive the Volvo down there and pick up that spreader. I'll get this other field planted. Well, not right now. Now let's go to the store and pick up our new tool. But let's run this over here. Now, how big is this field compared to this one? So this one here is 1.13 hectares. This one here. Oh, so it is bigger? Yeah, this one's really long. That's right. This one's really long, isn't it? Yeah, this one goes way, way, way down into the boonies. Very cool. Now, while I'm here, there's one annoying thing about the farm. I may change some things here at our farm, okay? So here we got our pig pen. Yeah, we should get pigs. I think that'd be cool. We'll get pigs in our pig pen here. Wait, this is the pig pen, yeah? Yeah. How many pigs does it hold? It holds 24. This building here is super duper annoying. Might get rid of this building. For one, it has the doors that open and close like this. So you kind of get a bit of Rubik's Cube action sometime when you're trying to like figure out which door to open for which thing. A little bit, yeah. The other thing is, these bays are too small. Like that cedar that we were literally just running, right? That cedar will not fit in through this door. I tried already. That's why it was parked outside. It wouldn't fit. That little 3 meter wide cedar wouldn't fit. So if a 3 meter wide cedar doesn't fit, then what the heck will? And then there's the other thing of the tractors don't fit. As you can see, this small Volvo tractor won't fit. So as quaint as that building is, from a logistical standpoint, from a logistical point of view, it's an absolute eyesore. Because I can't use it for anything. I could park a small attachment in there, like a plow or something, like a very small plow. But that's kind of about it. Or a car, you know, we could park like a side-by-side in there. But yeah, so that building, it may go, but it looks so good there on our farm. But, you know, if we develop the farm here, we're going to have to either move some stuff into a second farmyard because that farmyard is very small and, you know, it's very small and cramped, you could say. We're going to have to either move some stuff into a second yard, which would be fine, I think, or get rid of that building. But it looks so good right there. And I love just driving through the country every time. This is the, you know, this right here, this is the road between the two towns. And I love this. This looks like a road between any two villages, you know, in any country on the back roads. I love this drive in between towns here. I'd like to work some more here. Earlier today, I was farming in our cattle farm. I was, like I said, I started 2 big harvest contracts, and I need to work on those some in between videos because they're very long. They're like 20-hectare fields. So I'll work on that some. We got quite a bit to do on our cattle farm as it's harvest month. We have our fields to harvest, but also other things to do as well. A lot of work to do, but I want to do something different. So that's why I came here, and I hope you guys enjoy this place here. I mean, maybe you want to farm here yourself. This is an awesome place to farm. It really is. I thought we could come here for, I don't know, for today and maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. I just really wanted to come farm here. So I forget what our capacity was on this thing. So we'll see when we pull up here, because we're going to want to buy some fertilizer to go with it. Now let's see. Oh, then there's the other thing. The other reason I'm glad I didn't put too big an extension on it. These things can get really, really heavy. Yeah, they can get heavy. It could be too heavy for this tractor. What kind of capacity does this guy have? Does it say? Capacity 2,700 liters. We're going to start by, I don't think we need all that. We're going to put in, look, we're going to get 2,000 liters. This might be too much weight for the tractor. We're going to find out. The big extension would have been overkill. The big extension would have been more fertilizer than we need, and most certainly would have tipped the tractor over. We've got to watch the front wheels here. Make sure it doesn't tip back when we fill the second 1,000 liters here. And we're good. Yeah, I was watching the suspension to see if it rose at all. Nope. Perfect. Yeah, had we put that bigger extension on this, that for sure would have been a problem. And watch here when we crested this, did the wheels come off the ground? No? Wow, I'm honestly surprised. This is a small, lightweight tractor. I'm honestly surprised. If we filled this with lime, I think it would be a different story. I think if we filled this with lime, we would definitely see the front wheels come off the ground. But hey, we didn't. That's awesome. We can get to work on our field with this. I'm going to get this out to our fields, and we'll get wheat planted in that other field with some fertilizer put down on the field that we did plant. And this is kind of a fun little place to farm here and there. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments, down below. I've just been aching to farm here since I did the map tour of this place. I knew I wanted to farm here. I wanted to come and experience this place some. And it's a fun little vacation farming spot. Tell me what you guys think. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you did. Click the notification bell, keep notified when new stuff comes out, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Also, when you let me know what you want to see and stuff here. And guys, thanks a lot. I really enjoy bringing these videos to you. I hope you like them as well. And I'll see you real soon in a new video. Thanks a lot.